And welcome to KingsCast at www. What? Woo! And welcome to Overtime, brought to you by KingsCast at www.kingscast.net. I'm Keith Cornelick.
And I'm Chris Kells.
And it is episode 50, entitled Catchy Title, because we rarely have one.
True. That's right, Keith. We are 80 games into the Kings season already. It's hard to believe. 80 games in this season, 2 games left. And the big question is, will the Kings make the playoffs?
Yes, we will.
Check.
Done. X. Clinched. Here's the thing. This was the first time, Chris, that I have walked into Staples Center knowing that the Kings were guaranteed to make the playoffs. We have congratulations, Los Angeles Kings. Probably something to do with us, I think.
No, I think it does. I mean, Keith, the last time the Kings made the playoffs, I was in college still. Like, this was a long time ago, a long time coming. Congratulations to the Kings. I mean, this is an amazing event for Kings fans all over the world. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Well, it's awesome. We have a Kings fan from Brazil. What's up, Fernando? He's loving the Kings. Everybody seems to be loving the Kings, and there's a lot to love. Unfortunately, there's a lot to hate.
There is.
Now, here's the thing. We did, the Ducks are eliminated from the playoffs, and that was a rough game for the Kings.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, bad game. Quick. Let's talk about Jonathan Quick in that game.
Let's do it.
You know, it's rare that at the end of the season you have sort of a goaltending controversy, but it kind of feels like it there. Quick obviously getting yanked after giving up 3 goals pretty quickly there. Went to our good old trusty backup, Eric Ersberg.
And Eric Ersberg was outstanding in overtime, but Eric Ersberg is sort of a non-factor at this point. And the question is, Quick's going to start one more game, Eric Ersberg's going to start the other. So if Quick falters, and then falters in Game 1 of the playoffs, how quickly is Jonathan Bernier going to be on a Concorde up to Los Angeles?
I'd say pretty quickly. I mean, you got to go with who's going to win. So Jonathan Quick obviously a little bit shaky. Let's talk about Randy Jones and Sean O'Donnell. Those two...
rough.
Sean O'Donnell has a limp stick out there. I mean, we're talking about a guy who, he's getting older.
He is.
It's going to happen at that age, but he's worn out.
From time to time. He's got to put some blue tape on there, something like that. He needs to get that stick back up. But Randy Jones, to me, is always good for a goal a game. Unfortunately, it's a goal against the Los Angeles Kings, which is bad. I don't know who's worse. And the fact of the matter is we have Peter Harold and Davis Jaworski sitting in the press box, who are two, decent defenders. And at this point, I think O'Donnell's got some value. Maybe not in every game, but Randy Jones, he should be sitting unless we really need some offensive help.
Yeah, I agree. So one of our good friends from KingsCast, Kenny, or K9 Jeeber from the website, gave us this clip from the Ducks game. He was there up in the nosebleeds. Go ahead and check this clip out.
Represent.
That's right, baby!
Which leads us to tonight. Phoenix Coyotes are in town at Staples Center. We've had a good record, 3-1-1 against the Phoenix Coyotes. So coming into tonight, even though they've been playing really good hockey, I was somewhat optimistic. And it ended up being kind of a difficult game, especially at first. All right, what's up? Phoenix Coyotes in town tonight at Staples Center. Kings could leapfrog Detroit and Nashville with a win. I'm going to say they're going to do it. 2-1, boring game. LaBarbera's in net. Boom.
Okay, so the first period just ended and scoreless, but the Kings look terrible out there. Jason LaBarbera is in goal, so obviously you put one person in front of the net and you score, but the Kings haven't figured it out yet. Kings on the penalty kill 3 times. We'll see what happens. I'm just waiting for Phoenix to score first, so I just feel like it's going to happen, so hoping they don't. So.
All right, so end of the second, Kings definitely picked up their game. I like what I'm seeing. It's 1-0. Unbelievable goal by Doughty, but we know it's Kings. Not going to be able to close out a 1-0 game. Sorry. It's going to go to overtime. The Kings are going to win in the shootout. The genie has spoken.
All right, so the Kings managed to lose that one after being up 2-0. Of course, the Phoenix Coyotes, what are you going to do? They lost in the shootouts to the Phoenix Coyotes. There's a reason they're the number 4 seed. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel in the Western Conference. So, hoping they can crack the 100-point mark and win against the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday. You never know with this team. So, go Kings.
So yeah, obviously lost in the shootout, but the big thing for the Kings now is that we're late this season, we're playing a big-time team like the Coyotes, which is kind of weird sounding,
Very bizarre. No one
But,
would have predicted that at the beginning of the season.
What is the deal with not being able to hold a lead? This is something that the Kings were 29-0 at one point, and now they've had a couple games recently where they have given up a lead.
Oh, and it's been extremely rough. I mean, you have a 2-0 lead going into 7 minutes left in the third. Okay, the Kings are probably going to give up one. That's just sort of their MO.
Yeah.
But to give up two and then lose it in the shootout, and you can't say that they were bad goals on Quick.
No.
But earlier in the season, as early as just before the Olympics, he was carrying the team on the back. We go to overtime, we know we're probably going to win. In the shootout, he stands on his head, and tonight he was fine.
Yeah, he was fine. He didn't win the game for us, so that's what we need at this time of the season. Going into the playoffs, we need a goaltender who's going to take it, win a game for us, steal the game, and I don't see that Quick right now.
And we need a team that can score more than 1 or 2 goals outside of the Vancouver catastrophe there.
So we'll see, still to be determined, who we're going to be playing in the playoffs, so see what happens.
Which brings us to our fan of the game. It is Tamar from La Crescenta, huge Los Angeles Kings fans representing. Check it out, your fan of the game.
All right, the Kings are the #1 team. We're winning playoffs this year. We're going to win the Stanley Cups. Go, Kings, go! Yeah. Go, Kings, go!
All right, Kings fans, so obviously the playoffs coming up. It's one of those times where you want to go out and buy some playoff gear.
Doing
Gear
it.
up for the playoff run. So we're going to be getting new jerseys, and we want to know from you what players you think, based on our personalities, we should buy going into the playoffs. So leave your comments downstairs.
And don't say I should get Rightus Evenons. Not going to happen. Bad. Or Peter Harrell for this guy.
No. So Kings fans, obviously this is episode 50, which is even hard for us to believe. But
Yeah.
it's a huge milestone for us, and we want to say thank you to everyone who has watched the episode, listened to the podcast, been a part of the KingsCast family for the past 4 years. So Keith, cheers.
Cheers
It's been
to
a great
that.
run, partner.
Absolutely, brother. There we go. Cheers to you. A couple of people on the site that always support us, David Sheehan, K9 Jeeper, Collector Joe, Megums. Got to give a shout out to the boys at the Hockey Zen. They've been really supportive. But for everyone who watches the show, thank you. We have 50 shows and 20 minutes of footage an episode. That's 1,000 hours, which is a lot.
It is.
And a lot of really good bloopers coming up, so wait for that. So
Postseason.
here we go. Here's to the next 50 more. I'm Keith Korneluk.
And I'm Chris Calzius.
And thank you for watching Overtime by KingsCast.